Happy Tuesday, fifth graders. We are working on idioms that have the word day. Yesterday's day idiom was Rome was not built in a day. A difficult or important goal or task cannot be achieved quickly or all at once. Admirable results always take time. So things take time if we want to work on the quality of something and make sure we're doing a good job. Today's idiom is field day. Field day. Literally, we see a field here and a day of the week. So it does not mean field day. It means to take advantage of an opportunity to do something you enjoy. It means to have it all your own way. It means to go all out and experience success at something. And I have a story about where this idiom comes from. Actually a lot of the idioms have an origin story. And I haven't always told them to you. So in the 1800s, people from schools, fire companies, businesses, and other organizations would participate in wholesome outdoor sports on a big playing field. So on a huge field, they would play sports. People from companies, businesses, and whatever. And they would just play to their heart's content. So after that, it meant that you just indulge yourself in any way that you wanted, because it was like this sort of free day from work where people would play outdoor sports and games and things. And now sometimes schools have field days where it's just a day where students get to play activities that are organized, but they're outside playing games all day. So it's supposed to be this idea of a fun day. Okay, so now the figurative meaning means that you take advantage of an opportunity to do something you enjoy. So here's a sentence. When the pandemic is over, I will have a field day and go to the mall, hang out with friends, and go to Yogurtland. So we can all think about when things are much, much safer, what we will want to do. And it's this idea of like a field, it's open, it's wide, it seems limitless, right? It seems like it just can go on forever and ever. So it's the same idea. It's like this great opportunity. You can do whatever you want, have things your own way. You can have success at something. Okay, so it's supposed to be like, okay, really great day. So like, let's say it's your birthday and your parents let you do anything that you want, invite some friends over, stay up late, have some fun activities, whatever. You're like, oh, we had a field day. And okay, now additionally, it can also be sort of negative in that, let's say there's some scandalous event. Let's say some TikToker or YouTuber, some celebrity does something like bad. Then in that case, sometimes the press or social media will have a field day with it because they'll like go crazy showing pictures or talking about it. You know, it's kind of like this whole dramatic thing. It's a big scandal, and people like the chismes, people like the gossip, and will be like interested to know what's going on. So it also works in that sense where a field day could be like this time when the press or some scandalous event is made known. Now we're working on the prefix tri, which means 3. We learned trimester, one of 3 periods of equal length that the school year is divided into. Today we have the word trio. We will work on a rock cycle project in a trio. One person will be the facilitator, one person will be the scribe, and one person will be the graphic organizer. So what does trio mean? It's a group of 3 people or things. It can also be a piece of music for 3 people. So sometimes it's a piece of music written for 3 people. So maybe a violin, cello, and a piano. So if you're working in a trio, that means you have 3 people total. So maybe your teacher says, I'm gonna make breakout rooms and you'll be in trios. So you'll be in a group of 3. We're working on the Greek root cycle, which means circular, ring, or wheel. We learned cycle, a number of related events that happen again and again in the same order. So it goes in a circle. Like we learned about the water cycle. We read about the rock cycle. There's a lunar cycle, a solar cycle. Many things happen in this pattern. Recycle, recycle. Now we know the prefix re means again, right? We've learned that one. So what does recycle mean? To put used objects or materials through a special process so that they can be used again. Again. To use something such as an idea, writing, etc. again instead of developing something new. So you can recycle things like we might recycle plastic bottles and paper and cardboard and stuff like that. Put them in the appropriate bin. It's usually a blue bin that designates that this is the recycling bin. So put your recycled goods in here. We keep plastic bottles and aluminum cans to be recycled, and people can earn a little bit of cash doing that. But we can also recycle ideas. So I wanted to introduce this definition because I think you know that we can recycle plastic and aluminum cans and stuff. But we can also recycle ideas or writing or just a thought. Or in this case, here's a sentence. The fashion world keeps recycling old ideas. So something that was in fashion before will come around again, maybe few years, maybe many years later, and be in style again. Okay, so and let's say something like a speech. Maybe the president gives a speech, and maybe the idea that he gives is recycled from a previous speech. He uses it again. Okay, so recycle, cycle again. Okay, trio, and our day idiom field day. Great job, 5th graders, and thank you for listening to the very end of this video.